I really probably should set this down and show you. I'm on the struggle bus right now. That was a total buzz. Once it goes out there to die and no one touches it again. Welcome back. I have the teeniest, tiniest little haul for you today, and it is a handful of things that I have picked up at an estate sale and also off of Facebook Marketplace. If you've been here for any amount of time, you know that I don't normally video at estate sales, although I really wish I could have videoed at this one. The home was over in a more prominent neighborhood. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but it's an older part of town. But what I would say is where the rich people live, over kind of by a lake. So it's older, but whoever built the home, it was not mid-century modern, but also not modern. It was so beautiful. They'd had like these full windows from floor to ceiling, so it felt like you were outside but you were inside, and it had like these angles, like it had a mid-century modern vibe, but also with a ranch style home, but also kind of coastal, if that's a thing, even way back then when it was built, probably in the 60s. And of course it was all the old dark coloring, which I'm not crazy about. I can't stand dark. I like light things, but I know a lot of people like that moody look, and it was just gorgeous, and I really wish I could have showed it to you, and now I'm making you guys probably want to see it and I can't even show it to you. I've kind of been looking online to see if maybe they listed the house so I could show my husband what I was talking about, but when I walked in it, I was like, oh, I could just see it completely redone with some paint and brightened up, and it would just be absolutely gorgeous, even though it was beautiful like it was. They had some really cool and unique pieces. I picked up 4 little things, but before I show them to you, I thought I would give you guys a little walk around out in our back field. It's really beautiful right now. It has rained a lot, and actually today the sun is shining, and it's supposed to start raining for like several days in a row starting tomorrow. So I'm trying to get this video done quickly so I can get outside and enjoy some sunshine before it disappears for a few days. The weather is in the low 70s and it's just perfection for January. We got a few more chickens, and we have some eggs in the incubator that we hope are gonna have some baby chicks in it. So I want to show you just a little bit of what's going on around here outside, and then I'll come back and show you this haul. I decided to talk to you a little bit while I walk out here. This field is kind of dirty. When my oldest, several years ago, was a little bit younger than he is now, him and his friends decided they needed somewhere to airsoft, and so my grandpa's field seemed like the perfect place. So they gathered like stuff from all over the field, because the field is like the junkyard, basically. Once it goes out there to die and no one touches it again. I don't know why. It seems like people with land have a place like that. They've set up this whole like airsoft thing, bunkers and things to hide behind so they could shoot each other. It's what boys do. It's weird. It's been out there for years, so I was walking out here the other day and I was like, okay, I have a job for you guys. It's time to clean the field. It's time to clean up. Because my grandpa passed away last year. Of course, he's not going to clean it up. And my dad's not going to clean it up. So we're here. We may as well clean it up. So that's what we're going to be working on this spring and summer, is cleaning up that field. But another reason I brought you guys out here is because there's another 20 right behind my grandpa's. My grandpa's 20 and then he bought the 10 behind him. I think that's how it goes. And then the field behind that is another 20, and I think people that live in China own it. It's really weird. But they let him run his cows on it. So it's not his land, but the cows are allowed to run on it, and it's nice and clean. But I want to show you, I would love to build a house right here. Look at this view. So green. I mean, a house right here would be amazing. Nice and quiet. Right now you can hear the killdeer. And the dog could have endless hunting of squirrels and rabbits. And then right here on this side, it's kind of neat and clean. All the almond trees. And then my dad's house up there. It's not my dad's, it's my grandma's. But it will be his eventually. My brother's up there, the neighbors. It's just so quiet. Good boy, you're such a good boy. Oh. Alright, let's go walk. Here's a little closer look at the airsoft playing area. Also, fun fact, we looked at this property right here to buy it. It was just property then, but these people bought it and built houses on it, but it flooded so bad last year, so glad we didn't get it. But people that live in China own that too. It's really crazy, but they've owned it for years, because we looked at that probably 15, maybe 20 years ago even. So that's what's happening outside around here. Isn't it so beautiful and lush? And if you could just feel the warmth on your skin, it's just really nice. I like sun. I'd way rather be hot than cold. So the winter is just not my favorite, although I understand that we need that season. If I had to pick, I would just pick summer. Sunshine all the time. Let me show you my items. First up is just this vintage little glass jar. And it doesn't even say anything. I think that's what drew me to it. Like, it's just so simple and clean. And most old jars like this are really, they kind of have like a stain and stuff. You could tell this was just used and then washed and put away. It says Wheaton 9 USA on the bottom. And a lot of the ones that I pick up, that are vintage, this top part that you undo to take the lid off doesn't really work, and this one works perfectly. So I was very happy about that, and I will probably actually use this for something in the house. Now, along that same line, I picked up another one. I don't think that I have this jar. I think I have it in a bluish color, but not the clear. I may be wrong about that. Now, I do have a collection of mason jars, and I will link that video right here if you'd like to see that. But I put them away and in storage for right now, just to save me from having to dust. And I needed some blank space in the house. It says Atlas Easy Seal. And again, this is working just perfectly. And it has, I love that it has the glass at the top. Show you if I can, sometimes I don't do it just right. So it goes on there like that, and then you push this down. And then the bottom doesn't really say anything. If you can see that, I don't really know what that is. This says B with an asterisk. I think that's how you say that, and a 7. But again, a clean jar, and it's like not scratched and stained. So, and then to compare, this is what the other one is. This one's more of a narrow, tall, slim, and this one's more of a squatty, more round jar. Okay, the jars were $1 each. And I picked up this little hammer. I thought it was so cute. You could tell they probably like hung it out in the garden or something. It says hers on it. This was all painted on there, and it has like these little, oh, I can't think of what those called, but you guys know what they are. But it's just like this little mini hammer. It's like super dainty, and I thought it would be like super useful because sometimes you just need a hammer real quick. So that's why I picked it up. So this was also $1. I regret to inform you that the other item I bought was also $1, and it was a really beautiful quilted pillow, and it was round. It was probably about this big. I should have shown it to you before I washed it, but I didn't do that. So I tried to wash it, and of course it was an old vintage pillow. Fabric was so brittle that it just completely fell apart, and I actually tried to like hand stitch it back together, and it just kept ripping more and more. So I had to throw it away, and that was so very sad. But it was also a little bit dirty, and I didn't feel like it was something that I couldn't not wash. That was a total bust. Like, you have to decide, is it worth it or not? I took my chances. They didn't turn out great for me this time. So I have no pillow to show you, but I do have 2 more items. I will link the video here, but I have another video where I went to a yard sale, and this guy had like cast iron pans, like the most I've ever seen in one place at one time, and they were all vintage cast iron pans. And that is what he does, is he collects them, seasons them, and then sells them on Facebook Marketplace. Well, I bought 3 pans from him that day, and then I decided that I would like to get a bigger cast iron pan. So I just messaged him and asked him, and he said he had some. So I went by and looked at them, and look at this skillet. It is so humongous. But you guys, we are a family of 6, so I use cast iron pans to cook basically every single day, and the one I have is a size 10, and this one is a 12. I was really wanting a bigger one, and I like that this one is so cool because it has like this handle over here because it's heavy without anything in it, let alone putting something in it. It has the pour spouts on both sides. He seasoned this for me. I haven't even used it yet. He said this was a good brand. It's actually a 14-inch skillet. It's not a 12. I don't know why it says 12 on the handle, but it's actually 14-inch. That's weird. I don't know if maybe they're going by the inside is 12-inch around and the outside is 14. I don't know. But anyways, I was really happy to find this because I've been wanting a bigger cast iron skillet. This was the main reason that I reached out to him. Some of you know I have a like to know it page where I link the things that we wear, different home decor things, the things that I can link in my like to know it in case anybody is looking for something. And I always have it linked in the description below. but I saw someone share a cast iron waffle maker, and I was like, what? That's a thing? I had no idea. Well, it's a newer one, right? And I feel like the older ones are better because the newer ones have like this coating on them that I don't feel like is like the greatest for you. So I had messaged this guy that had all the cast irons, and I was like, do you have a waffle maker? And he said yes. So that's what I went over there for, was to pick out my waffle maker, and he seasoned it for me. So you guys, I didn't even know, like, they had waffles way back when. How cool is that? This is heavy. My hand is shaking. So this sits on your stovetop, and you can actually use an electric stovetop, which I have, and I use my cast irons on it for all the time. So this doesn't move around. You just set it on it, and then like the heat goes up to cook it. And then this actually, I really probably should set this down and show you. I'm on the struggle bus right now. Anyways, it has like this ball joint right here, so you pick it up. Oh, sorry. You pick it up. It's not gonna work. Okay, you pick it up. Or you don't. You don't pick it up. Maybe you just don't pick it up. Okay, you pick it up. You pick it up, and then you spin it around and set it back down to cook the other side. Like, how cool is that? Except I think this one's not working the greatest. So it is. Let me set this down. So here's the stand with nothing in it, and this is like where this ball thing goes in so that it can spin. But I think I need to do a little configuring on that. So this is a Wagner, which is a really great brand, Sydney, 1408, patented September 15th, 1925. Like, what? So old. It's almost 100 years old. That's amazing. That's amazing. Like, they made stuff to last back then. That is just amazing. The other side says the same exact thing. And so what you do is you put it on that thing, and then you put your waffle mix in here, and you cook it so long on this side, and then you pick it up and you spin it around and you cook it on the other side, and it has these really great little handles right here. And so I just felt like I needed to have a cast iron waffle maker in my life, and I haven't used it yet, but I hope to be using it soon and see how that works out. After the struggle I had trying to show you how to get it off. Maybe I just need to take the handle off of that thing because it's stopping this thing from picking it up. Anyways, we will troubleshoot it and figure it out. But I was really excited to get this because I was seriously considering buying one off of Amazon, and I know it wouldn't have been as good as this, nor as cool looking as like an almost 100-year-old waffle maker. Who knew? Who knew? I did not know, and now I know. And it's just the coolest thing. All right, that's all I have for you guys today on a major struggle bus, trying to show you that waffle maker. If you guys like videos like this, please consider subscribing. Hit that little bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Give it a thumbs up, and maybe comment down below and let me know if you have ever seen a cast iron waffle maker, or better yet, if you have one and you use it. Tell me how you like it. Hopefully I didn't buy something I'm not going to like. I guess I could always sell it and get my money back, but anyways, thanks for being here. I don't know what we'll be doing on the next one, but we will both find out together. See you next time. Bye. Not rustic, but oh, what is the word that I'm looking for?